Gail Mazeris. I write for CBR. Thanks so much for chatting with me today.
You're welcome.
So Rossi has a lot on his mind at the beginning of Evolution. Where do we meet him sort of emotionally at the beginning of this season?
Yeah, he's in a tough place. I mean, but why not? People can be in a tough place, and I've said this before. I live by the motto: everybody has a story, and nobody gets a free ride. And this is this is Rossi's story, and he's not getting a free ride right now. But it's okay, So it is that, and I mean, and I appreciate that because I think that we have to show that the world has gone through a tough time in these last couple of years. You know what I mean? And I think this is somewhat a reflection of that, and as it should be. If we're going to be realistic about what we do, and I think that's been one of the strong suits of our show right from the beginning, is that we don't cut any corners. We kind of tell it like it is.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. One of the changes, I guess, is that Rossi in particular gets to add a little more color to his vocabulary. So how does that language shift of adding in more swears sort of change the way you approach line delivery or relating to him?
Well, for me, it doesn't change anything because it was always in the back of my head anyway. I mean, I've said before too that I have family in Europe, in Italy, and so I've gone to Italy over many times over the years, and I've always been amazed by the fact that it's like, wow, how come they're able to do this kind of stuff on television and we can't, in the sense of being kind of realistic about the way people really look and talk and act. Sometimes we seem to kind of sanitize things to a degree sometimes, and it's like, I don't know. I mean, I don't think there's. I don't, people are doing things in life. Why are we pretending that they don't do it when they're portraying life, in a medium? So, I mean, I think this is just a further example of why the show is an evolution. And in a way, I think we're able to tell the stories even a little more honestly and truthfully and realistically that way.
Maybe have a little more fun doing it too.
Yeah, we're having a good time doing it. Exactly. The show is. It's in some aspects it's darker, some aspects it's lighter. It's all of that. We've opened up the borders a little bit.
Yeah. Right. Speaking of having fun, what was it like to get the gang back together again?
It's great. It was great that the gang never really kind of got totally disbanded, in the sense that we all maintained a fairly good relationship, in a sense of like, there was text threads that were always still going on, and we would occasionally try to get together when we could, because you couldn't help it. People spending that many days and hours and months and years together, you couldn't help form a certain kind of bond, which we did. And this is just an incredible group, right down the line. And so to be able for all of us to get back together again was a real joy for all of us. I think uniformly, every person will tell you that this has just been a real blessing for all of us to get another, run around the track here.
I think audiences are excited for it too. I'm out of time, but thank you so much for chatting with me today.
My pleasure. Thank you.